Hello and welcome to What's Your Story? We're so glad to have you with us here today as I have a couple of very special guests. And when I say very special, I mean to me, they're very special because they are from the Premier Physical Therapy and Pulmonary Rehab. And I have spent a lot of time with them over the last few years. And any of you out there who are in need of physical therapy or pulmonary rehab, you need to know about these guys because they're absolutely the best. And I wanted to have them on the show because I've spent quite a bit of time with them over the last year or so with my physical therapy. And I've been to physical therapists all over the world. And these guys are wonderful. So I want you to know about them. That's why I wanted them on the show. I want you to get to know them. And if you need any kind of physical therapy, I want you to go there. Check it out before you do anything else. So, welcome, guys. Glad to have you here. Tom Doherty and Neil Palmer. Nice to have you here today.
Thank you.
And I wanted everybody to know how terrific you are because I've been through so much physical therapy in my life and it has never helped me like you've helped me. And so it's important for people to know that. What kind of people come to you for physical therapy?
Um, Mostly the ones that need help with strengthening balance, um, having um, problems with their ambulation. Okay, most of them are a little bit in the older generation. That's once we get a little bit older, we lose some of those muscles, which affects our activities of daily living.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
So that's where we come in and then work with them. We figure out which part of their body needs to work on, and we concentrate on that one until we're they're able to get back to, if not 100%, at least almost 100%.
Yeah, pretty close.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I see a lot of people in there that have had knee replacement surgery or hip replacement surgery, and some of them even come in before their surgery to get strengthened up for the surgery. Is that right?
Yeah, for the most part, to get strengthened, you want to go before you have your surgery because that'll actually strengthen the muscles and work better for you than once you get the surgery. The healing process is faster. You'll get uh, moving quicker and be able to get more range of motion and strength. So it works to their advantage to come before surgery.
I noticed that one thing when I come to you guys, most places I've gone for physical therapy, you go there and they show you the exercise. They go, here, do this. And then they go off over there and they talk to each other and they have coffee or whatever. And then I have to go look for them and say, okay, I'm done with that exercise. What do I do next? Now, with you guys, it's not that way. With you guys, you're pretty well keeping an eye on everybody, right?
Well, we want to make sure that our patients are on top of their program, strengthening program, the therapy and all that. And yeah, we're very dedicated, to for our patients to get better. And one way of doing it is pretty much just standing next to them and making sure that they're doing everything the right way.
Yeah,
Because, once they start doing an exercise and their posture is off, the more there'll be more problems by doing that. They might pull the muscle. They might lose their balance.
Hmm.
There's a lot of things. If they're not doing every exercise the right way,
Yeah,
the more it's going to hurt them than help them.
right.
So we want to make sure that you know we're able to help the patients as fast as possible, and get them better.
Well, I see you standing there watching them, and also I see when they're working on their balance or they're walking. You guys put some kind of a band around them, and you hold on to them, right?
yeah, it's a gait belt. Yeah, we just want to make sure that they don't fall. We're there with them, and we want to show them how to do the balance activities the correct way.
Hmm.
There are a lot of times, as you were saying before, some physical therapists, places you go and they leave you and try to do the balance exercises by themselves. And we kind of vowed that we're not going to be one of those physical therapy clinics that do that. We really want to pay attention to our clients, and by doing that, we want to make sure that we're there, especially during balance, because don't want them to fall. Most of the people that come in are of the senior population. They have balance deficits, so we want to make sure that we're there for safety.
Well, it looks almost like a community club or something when they come in, right? I mean, these people love coming to you. I've never seen anybody love going to physical therapy before. What do you think makes them love you guys so much?
Well, we want to make sure that they're comfortable coming to physical therapy. They remember the socialization with other patients as well. Also with us. They don't wanna remember how painful it is, and they don't want to do therapy because of that. You know, of course, physical therapy. There's no shortcut. You have to go through all that program, the exercises, the strengthening, all that, and what comes with it is muscle sore. You will be sore the next day. It just tells you that you did everything the right way if you're sore. But we also want to make sure that our patients are comfortable when they're there.
We want to make sure that it's a fun atmosphere, and when people come in, it's kind of the old like cheers. Everybody
Yes.
knows your name,
Yeah.
and they do, and it's kind of almost a gossip session, but in a good way. In a good way.
I know.
And people just enjoy, when people come in, hi, how you doing? And
I
that kind
know.
of thing. And they really want to know, hey, what'd you do this time? Or wow, you're in store for this. But it's just a lot of camaraderie. We have, Neil has had wonderful success with doing like pizzas on Friday and just making everybody feel welcome. We do like a fun Friday where we might do kickball and toss the ball in a circle, but it's just so that we're not the typical physical therapy clinic. Like you come in and you go there and do that, and like I said,
And you're miserable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you're
you're
miserable.
miserable.
And those things that they're doing actually that Tom mentioned, the Fun Friday. They thought we're just doing a game, but actually we are working with their muscles as well. We're
Mhm.
also doing their balance training while they're doing these activities, games and all that. So for them it's just fun, but for us it's more like watching them or training them to get better.
Well, I was having dinner the other night, and one of the ladies that comes to you was there, and somebody asked her about her physical therapy, and she said, "Oh, I have to tell you, it's the greatest thing in the world." She said it's like going to a spa. She said you come in the door and they have coffee for you or tea, and then you get a massage. And then after you get your massage, you do your exercises, and then you get to lay down with ice on you. And she said, and then uh, it's just like a spa. She said, and it's free. And we're like going free. I thought it was on our insurance. Well, it is, but she said I don't have to pay for it. It's out of my. And she was just going on, and I thought, that's a great way to describe it. It really is, because it is like I come there, and you guys put the heat on me, and then I get the massage, and then I get the adjustment, and then I have to ride the bicycle and walk on the tread. You have all the equipment that they have in a gym,
Yeah, pretty much we have the equipments, that's needed for physical therapy, but we also prefer doing manual therapy as much as possible. I want to be more involved with the patient, so we don't have those advanced machines that other
No.
clinics have. We just have the basics because as much as like I said, I want to do more manual therapy with the patient, and it's old school way where we both think that doing that we'll get a better result with the patients.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now you're partners in this business, right? The
Yes,
two of
ma'am.
you own it, but you have other employees, several other employees and they're all good. They're all friendly. They all care about you, except for that wife of yours. She's always walking around with food. It's like I keep saying to her, "Go away! Don't come near me with this food when you're getting therapy, you're supposed to be getting thinner, not heavier, right?
Well, you know what? I tried to fire her, but I can't.
Well, she's so pretty too, and so nice. That's the great thing about it. Now, it's all of these things make your place a little bit different than the average physical therapy place.
Mhm.
But what do you think is the most special thing about you guys?
Well, you know what? I just want to be involved. That's all. I mean, that's all. I want to know my patient. I want to be involved in everything that they do while they're there in the clinic, and you know, and I guess that's what's different, with us compared to you know.
I think a lot of the patients actually just feel wanted. They like to
Oh.
come here, they enjoy it, and just the camaraderie, just the talking. That one patient that would come up and almost talk to each patient, and it just, whether it's cracking a joke or whatever, and everybody just seems to be laughing and having a good time. And that's really what it's all about. We won't want them to work, but we want to have them have fun.
Yeah, you make them feel important. I
Yeah,
think that's
absolutely.
the thing.
Yeah.
I know that on the days that I don't call in and say I'm alive, I get a call. One of you calls me and go, "Are you okay?" Yeah, I'm fine. You know, and I think it's because I live alone. And you guys care. See, that's the thing I think it's really important about both of you is that you really, really care about the people that come to you.
Well, that's part of the job.
Yeah, but it's not a part of everybody's job that's in this business.
I guess
You
so.
guys are just really, really good at it. I mean, where do you get your referrals? Where do people, where, do, who sends people to you?
Hospitals, doctors, pretty much most of our referrals right now are coming from doctors who already know
Mhm.
us, who knows what we do.
Yeah.
One big thing is we provide transportation for free for patients that
Well,
need
that's a big thing
that's needed. That's
that you
needed.
provide transportation.
Yes. Well, we also both work in home health with home health patients. And one thing that we notice is most of the time, these patients, after after they get discharged from home health, they have nowhere else to go because they can't leave their house. So in order to reach out to them, we provide transportation and to at least we provide that continuity from home health. They get their physical therapy from home health, and then we provide the continuation of care from for them in our clinic. And yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah, we don't want to lose their opportunity to get better just because they can't get to us. So we definitely go and pick them up. And that was Neil's idea about getting a free transportation because it's so vital, especially these home health patients that just can't get out.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, people my age, and I hate to admit it on TV that I'm this old, but people my age get kind of isolated. I mean, once they're living by themselves and their husband or wife is gone and their children are grown and they become very isolated. And I noticed that when they come in after the guy goes and picks them up and they bring them in as a group, 3 or 4 of them at a time. I noticed that they're laughing and having the best time when they come in the door. It's like they've created these friendships of the other people that get picked up.
And they're looking forward to it every time that it's their every time that they're scheduled to come to our clinic because first of all that's their chance to go out of the house
Yeah,
and to be able to talk to other people.
yeah.
I mean, some of them they become friends, good friends
Oh,
while they
yeah.
were there. And then now they have you know a friend that they able to call and talk to almost every day now because of the because of our clinic.
Yes,
So
yes. Well, I've made friends there.
yes,
You
you
know,
did.
Yeah.
Yes, you
I've
did.
I've
Yeah,
made
yeah,
several very good friends
yeah.
there. People that I met, and then I look forward to coming there because they're going to be there, and we have things that we can talk about and be together. I mean, Rena's a perfect example. I met her there and just love her, and Now we
Yeah.
do social things together.
And you missed your appointment today, and they're looking for you.
Uh-oh.
They're asking, where's Miss Morio?
Actually, it's funny because someone called me at 7 o'clock this morning and said, "You didn't pick me up. Where are you?" And I was like, "I didn't know you were in town, but guess I was supposed to pick them up." Oh, you take insurance, right?
For now, we're just taking Medicare insurance.
That's the only one.
That's the only one for now.
Would you take some cash if somebody needed
Of course.
work?
Of course. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Cash is king. But for other patients that are willing to use the insurance, it's for now we're just we're just taking Medicare. That's it.
One of my neighbors told me that he called you and you didn't take his insurance, but you said, "Come on by and we'll show you some exercises to do to get ready for your."
I know.
What a nice thing to do.
I feel bad because he called. I think it was last week. He called and he said that he's going for a surgery, but his doctor told him that he needs to get stronger, and but we don't take his insurance. I said, you know what, just come over. I'll I'll we'll check on you. We'll give you the proper exercises that you need to do to strengthen those specific muscles before your surgery, and
Well, boy, was he impressed.
yeah. So I'm actually expecting him.
He told me how nice you were and how nice you were on the phone and that you invited him to come over and you'd show him a couple things. He was just like, "I want to go there. I really, I got to get different insurance." I'm like, good idea.
Well, at the end of the day, like I said, patients, we care for them. And we try to help them as much as we can. If we can't really help them, like because they don't have the proper insurance, we'll at least show them something. For them to do on their own, to get to get their to get themselves ready for any surgeries or anything that they need to do.
Good. That's good. Now, there's a misconception because there's another premier physical therapy place in Vegas. Evidently, it's quite a big group. Now, are you a part of that group?
No, we're not. No, we're not. For some reason, when we were applying for a license for the clinic, and then we told the licensing that this is what we want our clinic, the name of the clinic will be, and they check everything's good. There's no other business with the same name, so we took it, and then we got our license and all that, and then last year we found out there's actually another one, you know but that starts with premier physical therapy, but they also do sports therapy.
Mm.
Ours is premier physical therapy and pulmonary rehab.
What's
So,
pulmonary rehab?
respiratory.
It's respiratory.
hmm So it's mostly dealing with patients who are having shortness of breath, COPD. Um, what else?
Don't you have one guy on staff that's an
Yeah,
expert in
Reggie.
that?
He
Yeah,
is amazing.
Respiratory therapist.
Yeah, Reggie. He's amazing. I mean, he's everybody loves him. I mean,
Yeah.
you love.
I gave him a love letter.
Yes, you did. You gave him a love letter. So yeah, so what he does, make sure that all the patients there, and when it comes to their breathing, they're breathing properly. They he works mostly with patients who have respiratory issues
Mm.
and all that. You know, give him. He teach them how to breathe properly.
Right. Diaphragmatic breathing,
Yeah.
pursed lip breathing, using it incentive spirometer. That's the long thing that you blow in
Uh-huh.
with the ball going up.
I hate that thing.
I know. You used that before. I know,
Yeah,
but,
Yeah, you made me do that when I had the surgeries. Yeah, I remember that. But yeah, now, Tom, you're kind of known as Mr. Magic Fingers around the place. Everybody comments about your magic hands and what you can do that other people don't seem to know how to do. Are you specially trained in some
Well,
things?
I am actually. I'm also a massage therapist, a licensed massage therapist. So that gives me a little bit more flexibility in different other areas. like Reiki and different things that I can use, kind of, you know, to to help people get better. Not just Swedish massage, but I can actually do trigger point and just different kind of sports types of massages, and uh, deportment, and that's like doing, chopping and
Mhm.
that kind of thing, and so cupping, and so I can do a lot more, and I think that helps the patients. So in a lot of ways, uh, having that massage therapy background has really helped a lot of the patients get better, in my opinion.
Oh, most definitely, most
And
definitely.
doing some manipulation, uh, which is also a specialty of mine. Actually doing, like what chiropractors do. Uh, so doing manipulation, whether it's cervical or spinal. Uh,
Yeah, but your manipulation is so much more gentle. I've been to chiropractors all over the world, but you don't jerk. You
yeah,
just kind of move and everything goes where it belongs.
I had a mentor that showed me, how he does it, and I just adopted his technique. But it's actually just really slow and not a thrust, because a lot of chiropractors will do a thrust like that. And if you just get the facet just right, and you just lean into it, you can manipulate the neck.
Well, it's amazing because I have the arthritis in the neck from the car accidents,
Mhm.
but I've never had anyone that can move my neck like you guys can. And the thing is, remember, I couldn't even turn my head before, and now look at that.
Yeah,
See, I
yeah.
can actually turn my head, which I couldn't do. I mean, I
Yeah.
used to have to turn
Yeah.
my
One
whole
body,
body
yeah.
to look. And when you're driving and you have to turn your body, it's hard.
Exactly.
This has been, it's, I mean, I'm not 100% yet, but I'm a long way from where I was when I came to you guys.
Yep.
And I also have some vestibular training as well, so certified in
I
that.
know you have all kinds of training and all kinds of certifications. And I also know that you used to sing and dance and on Broadway, didn't you?
Well, yeah, that was a long time ago.
We often ask him if he will do a little dance or a little song when we're at physical therapy, and he does it. It's really cute. We're kind of everybody loves that. It's such a fun place. I mean, how can you make physical therapy so fun?
Well, we just try to be different.
Well, you
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
You are.
Different, but still doing, reaching our goal at the same time with every patient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I see that one guy that comes in that he he bangs those weights. He puts his feet on the thing and pushes. You know the one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And he counts.
Mhm.
And he's so proud. And it's kind of cool because everybody asks him, "How many did you do today? How many did you do today?" So now he counts out loud. 82, 83. I want to say, "Shut up." But I think it's such an important part of it is that you've created this community. I think that.
Well, and I think that's a good word, create. I think we do create a fun environment, and people want to come here,
Yeah.
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 and they'll get better, but they just want to come. They want to enjoy themselves.
Well, I've been there almost 3 years. Can you believe it? I won't go away. I come 3 days a week. And I mean, first it was the one knee,
Uh-huh.
then it was the hip. And that's your fault because you said something's wrong with your hip. You need your doctor to look at it. And the next thing I knew, I was having a hip replacement. And then the other knee, and then the neck. So I've been with you guys almost 3 years. And I don't think you're ever going to get rid of me, you see, because I like it more than going to the gym. It's fun to come to you guys.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's kind of nice with all the people there that I've met. I just feel like they're family.
Yeah, it's family. It's home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. If one of them are, miss their appointment, everybody's just asking for that person.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, they're always asking like, how's this guy doing and how's that guy doing? Why is he not here and all that? Could you please call and see what's
Yes.
going on? Like,
Yeah.
which is good. Which is good. I actually, that's what I wanted. I mean, I want to go to a place also where, I don't get bored.
Yeah.
I want to go to a place where I like I go to a place and all the things that they ask me to do, I can do it at home. So why even bother? So that's why we built this kind of we created this atmosphere that making sure that them, physical therapy is fun.
Yeah.
And unlike other people, they say that PT means pain and torture.
I didn't know that.
For us, it's
Yeah.
it's more like fun.
Yeah. So if I wanted to know more about what you do, or if I wanted to see if my insurance was right or whatever, would I just call you
Yes,
guys?
yes. They can call us, or if other people that they think that they're losing a step already, since they're getting up there with age, and they think that physical therapy, they need physical therapy to at least get better. Um, they can also ask first their doctor for an order,
Hmm.
for physical therapy, and they can have the doctor send the referral to us through fax at 1-702-800-6248. And they can also call us if they have any questions at 702-800-6887.
And you're located on East Flamingo?
We're located on East Flamingo and Spencer. It's right next to Desert Springs Hospital.
Mm. Mm. It's really convenient for me, especially because I live outside of town. But even if I didn't live right there, you would send a car if I needed a way to
Yes,
get there, right?
yes. We have some patients who are actually 20, 25 miles away, and then
Really?
we have some patients that live in the Aliante, north side, North Las Vegas.
Yeah,
We send our driver, pick them up, bring them to the clinic, and then drive them back home.
that's amazing. That really is amazing.
Yeah, no patient is too far. We'll pick
And
them
you
up.
know what I find interesting too is that some of them I've seen come in the wheelchair, and then a few weeks later I see them they're not using the wheelchair.
Or at least they're walking or putting weight on their legs.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. We have some patients who came in, had a stroke, and can barely can barely stand up. Now they're actually walking. I mean, it's still not perfect, but they're walking. They're doing steps up the stairs and all that. So slowly they're getting better. But of course, at the end of the day, it really depends on how they participate
Hmm.
in the program that we uh, build for them.
Yeah.
Like every patient, they have different programs. It really depends on, you know, what what we think will help them. So yeah, so we have some patients there that have been there for a while now. That if they stop therapy, they actually start declining. So they've been with us for about a year.
Hmm.
So,
Yes.
and I think the difference between our place and another outpatient is also the fact that we deal more with rehab. We're considered a CORF, so we deal with more rehab patients that come in that have multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's, CVAs or strokes, and as well as generalized weakness and balance deficits. So we see a lot of people. And what's nice about the facility that we're at is that there's a garden terrace, so we can walk the patients outside into the garden area, and as well as do steps. So I think that's also pleasing.
Oh, it
And
is. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you have one fellow. He was there even before I was there. That I know that he goes out and he does his laps, and we all want to know how many did you
Yeah,
do today?
exactly.
Yes.
And every day he gets more laps in. And then you guys were teasing Stevie the other day because Stevie's in the wheelchair and has knee problems, and you were saying, "Be careful of the steps."
Yeah.
And everybody thought that was quite funny because he isn't going to go on the steps, but
Yeah.
he really enjoyed that. It's just such a nice, fun atmosphere, and
Yes, and
and people.
we'd like to keep it that way. as long as we can. You asked me before that hopefully when we go even bigger, that we're able to still do the same as what we're doing now. And yeah, I'm crossing our fingers. As long as both of us are involved and everyone's care, and I'm pretty sure it's all the atmosphere is always going to be like that.
We'll keep the jokes coming.
Well, it's not just the jokes. I think the quality of people that you've hired since I've been around they're really quality people.
Yes.
The various people that work with you,
Mhm.
you've instilled that work value that you two have into them, or you hired people that had that work value. I don't know if they had it before or not, but I see their genuine concern and caring about the various patients.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of employees that are like that, so it's actually hard to find people like that.
Absolutely.
So we're actually blessed to have them, in our team, and for the patients who to love them
Yes.
and to appreciate them. That's actually that's a bonus for us.
Yeah, I like to tease them. I have a good time with teasing them about the torture they put me through. But the fact of the matter is, I know I get better every single time I come there.
Yes.
I always want to do that affirmation every day in every way. I'm getting better and better, and that's how I feel about coming to you guys, and that's why I'm so strong about it. I wanted to have you on the show. I wanted to tell the people out there about you because there's a lot of older people that live in this area. A lot of people come here, they retire here, and they don't know about you, and they should because it's not just about you. I mean, I love you and I want you to have business, but it's also about them. I want them to have the experience of you
Yes.
because if they don't experience this kind of physical therapy, they may not keep going back to the other one that's not fun, that employees work there that don't really care. So I want them to know about you.
Yeah, more and more doctors are actually starting to know us, and they're sending patients to us already. And of course, the feedback that the patients are getting,
Absolutely.
you know, the doctors are getting from their patients is actually, it helped a lot.
And not only that, the positive outcomes, we're actually getting patients better. And the
Yes,
doctors are seeing that. So, yeah, our outcomes are really, really good.
they are good. I watch it. It's amazing. Yeah, you guys are doing a
Thank you.
great job. Is there anything I didn't ask you that we should tell the public about you?
Um, I don't know, but again, our phone number is 702-800-6887. If you have any questions or concerns or anything that you want to ask or ask us before, if before you decide to try us out, please don't do not hesitate to call us.
And you're really sincere about that, and I know you are because I've worked with, like I said, I've been coming there for 3 years now, and I've watched, and these guys are the best. They're just absolute best. So
Thank you so
Well,
much.
thank you.
thank you for
Thank
being
you.
here on the show. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with people, and I hope people out there will really take my advice and go see you because I know what a difference it's made in my life, and I know what a difference you can make in other people's lives because you're both very, very special, as are the people who work there with you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank
So
you.
thank you for
Appreciate
being
that.
my guest.
Thank you.
And thank you for being with us today. We really, really appreciate it. I hope that you'll take this to heart because I am very, very serious when I say that these two guys have made a major difference in my health and in my life and in my mental health and in creating a community where I can feel accepted and loved, even being a single old lady like I am. So thank you for being with us, and we hope you'll come back and be with us again very soon on What's Your Story.